People most times take your being nice for being stupid. I used to think that being nice was the best quality anyone could have. I would go out of my way to give a helping hand, give a listening ear, and do all within my power to ensure that the other person is happy and is comforted. I could even deny myself some comfort to ensure that the other person is comfortable. But what I'm about to share with you next will make you to pause and think before you give a helping hand. So keep watching. Hey, welcome to Live with NK. Here, motivation meets with intentionality. I'm going to be sharing with you three stories, experiences I had all in the space of 1 month that made me think or had a rethink when it comes to being nice. Because you can actually be nice and be neglected. You can actually be nice and be taken for granted. You can actually be nice and the other person is thinking you're very stupid. So let's start with the phone favor. Tell you the story of a girl that I don't know her from anywhere. She needed my help because she looks desperate to communicate to her parents to get something across to her. And after I have done that, what she did next stunned me. And she had been coming around after that day. But what I also did will stun you even more. I tell the story of this girl. They will move to the story of a loan I gave to somebody that was never returned and the parental intervention that was also neglected. Now, in all the stories I'm going to share, what I observe is that people most times take your being nice for being stupid. Your being nice should not be something you do to stress yourself or in such a way that you are displeasing yourself, making yourself uncomfortable. You don't even have what it takes to make the next person comfortable. That should not be it. You should also have a place in the space of your being nice where your priority, where your self respect is also intact. Else, you can be nice, but you can be neglected. So let's start with the story of the first girl, the phone favor. A girl walked up to me and she said she needed help to get across to her parents. In her words, she said, "Ma, do you have call card?" I'm like, "What's call card? Do you want to get airtime for us? Want me to give you airtime transfer to There is what we do in Nigeria. Somebody can just walk up to you and say, I need airtime and all of that. Since we have a mobile app, so you can actually use the your mobile app to transfer the stuff." So she said no, she doesn't have what it takes, that she just wants to get across to her parents to assist her to do something. I said, "There's no problem." I gave her my phone. She dialed her father. Obviously, that was the father. And severally, she would call. The man would say, "Oh, I've not sent the money yet." She made this call like three, 4 times. Then the father replied the call. And after some time, she still came back again. And because I felt she was disturbing me, I had to give her I've just transferred some call card according to her. That's the word she used. Call card to her, and she would left. If you notice in the story, when she walked up to me, there was no greeting. She just walked up to me as if it was her rights. And after the favors I did, there was no thank you. She still walked away. I felt maybe she was desperate, she was eager, and all of that. After 2 days, she came back again. "Ma, do you have call card?" That's still her word. That there's no network where she is, that she wants to communicate and all that. Because after she left, I felt even she's not the only one that have been in this situation. This is a teenager in the first place. And I feel that I was thinking in myself, where is this lacuna coming from? Is it from the parents or is it from this girl? That simple magic words like good morning, thank you, please, no matter how tired, exhausted, angry you are, you can just say it there. Maybe the tone might be something different, right? But she never did this. She just walked away. The countenance was as if it is my right. Cut a long story short, I, I kept thinking, what could be the problem? So, like I said, after some days, she came back and she said she needed a call card to call somebody because where she was, there was no network. I told her, I'm sorry. These were my words. I'm sorry. I don't have a call card. She felt, I could sense, you could literally feel her face fell disappointment because I was so nice to her the first, the smiles. I didn't see greeting. There was no problem. Then after everything, you just walked away. Guess what? As at today that I'm filming this video, she still came back again. I'm not faking these stories that are real. I was like, "My, I need a call card." I'm like, "You want to buy this call card or what?" Said no, she wants to call somebody. I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have a call card." Now, what's the lesson here? The simple, no, first impression matters. The simple acts of kindness I showed to her were taken for granted. I didn't expect a return financially for giving her a call card, according to what she said, and maybe any extra thing, but little greeting and thank you. After all, I gave you the call card, like she made call like 3 times or so. I still gave her, like, transferred, if you're in Nigeria, you understand these things, transferred some amount of money for her airtime. Yeah, there was nothing like thank you. And I'm like, no, this kindness is taken for granted. This niceness has been neglected. And my mind is, even if you come 100 times, I'm not gonna give you. I don't know if what I'm doing is actually being too hard. But please, the comment section is there for you to tell me, is this too hard for it? Because I guess she's a teenager, she is. But I was just thinking, I said, where do we draw this line? Is it the parents that didn't do their homework well? That somebody can easily neglect a simple act of kindness. You don't even deserve it. I don't know you from anywhere, and you just feel as it's your right. You are entitled. Is it that this girl does not know? And guess what? Let's say forget. Yes, today she came. As at today, I'm filming this video. She came back today, and when she walked up to me, she said, "Good morning, ma. Please, I need a call card." I'm like, "You want to buy the call card?" I was saying no. I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have it. I'm sorry." Sincerely, she was disappointed. I told myself, this line of favor is closed. I can't be taken for granted for too long. And still today, somebody else came for a call card. I'm using her words now. I'm borrowing her words. And because these are things you can do for anybody, it doesn't cost anything. But like, it's so surprising because she called as much as she could call. Not like, "Daddy, please call back." She used my phone to make call for a very lengthy period. First time, second time, third time, and I had to give her airtime on top of it, and she just walked away. Okay, even if, let's say, okay, she was in a fix that day, she was desperate. At least common sense, courtesy demands that you come back the next day to say, "Oh my, thank you, that was so." There are little acts of kindness. I told myself, this is closed. I can't do it. Even if you come back 1 million times, I'm not going to give you any. Just buy your airtime. Just go. For the fact she could greet me, oh my god, I felt she knew she had made a mistake somewhere. That was what I think. She knew she fucked up somewhere. So that's it. But for me, I said no. This kindness was taken for granted. It was neglected, and I'm not going to repeat it again. That is number one. Number two. So when you're being kind, please, I think you should be wise as well. That's the Bible says. As much as is possible, be at peace with all men, owe no man anything except love. Love is a command, relationship is a choice. I think I showed her love, and still the same love coming to me. I'm like, sorry, because I these are words that are just, I say them often. Sorry, I don't have a call card. But for me to go that extra mile, I won't do it again. I think for that one, it's clear, and I'm not going to do it again. So that is it. So the next one is the money I loaned and the girl disappeared. Guess what? All these are girls, like my gender, doing this to me. I'm just wondering, where are parents missing all this? You say something and you can't keep to your words. What if tomorrow you still need my help? One thing I will have to say here is this: don't learn know how you close doors when you want to walk away, because you can slam the door and tomorrow you still need to go through that door. And how will you feel because the door you slam, maybe there's a crack, and there's the sound was so, and then the person feels bad or felt bad, and tomorrow you need something, I want to go back there. Would you have the audacity to still walk through that door again to ask for favor? So it's very important how Islam does. Now, the next act of favor was a loan that was not repaid. Still, a young girl walked up to me. I need your help. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, she said it this way. She said, I ate something somewhere. I was at the grocery shop. I ate some snacks, and I have 100 naira, Nigerian money, 100 naira, and I needed 200 naira to balance up, and I cannot do that at the moment. She tries to do transactions, there were network and all of that. A lot of things that were actually against her that day. It's not really about the money, it's about how people take people's little acts of kindness for granted. When you need to know that there is a line, when you need to draw the line of kindness and know when next I want to do this, I'm going to think very well. I'm going to know who to do it. Sometimes we need the discernment of the Holy Spirit to do some things. Everybody might not be, you might not be the person that will help that person. That's what I think. So she was so still in that anxiety and anxious state of the less desperate state, so she needed to go and pay off. I even suggested to her, I said, did you keep anything there maybe to tell the woman that we're going to come back, you're not going to run away? She said yes, her books were there. I said no problem. Because she now asked me, I didn't volunteer. She now said, please, can you give me 200 naira? Let me pay off. It's something I can even, and it's something you can even dash somebody without asking for it. But in her words, I would give you back this money tomorrow, whatever. We hope you have to learn to be accountable. That is where the word is now, accountability. And I said, okay, I gave her the money. The next day she came around, she was like, try to do one or two things. I was like, don't worry, once I get out of this place, I want to transfer the money to you. I said, no problem, I'm expecting that. As I'm talking to you guys till today, I'm filming this video. I've not seen anything. It's nothing actually, but where is the accountability? No, it is in little things. The Bible says if you are not faithful in the little things you are giving, you cannot be faithful in the much. So if you can't keep this amount, and since then, this is somebody that always passed by like, hello ma'am, hello. She always passed by to greet me. But since that day, she's not passed that way. So he's also sharing the story to us to be very careful. What I've learned in this is, even in my mind, I know that even if she doesn't give me, I'm not bothered, right? But I'm sharing this story to tell people that if you want to give out something, make sure in your mind you know that that thing you can do without it. Even if it gets bad, it's not returned, the person never shows up again, you can let go, you can move on. That is what I'm trying to say in this place. And then for the person that came to borrow, you should also know that these are just little acts that people do to you, not because it is your right, but because we feel humanity first. Please, if this video is actually teaching you something about being nice and neglected, and you've had an experience of this such, don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe and turn on your notification bell to get notified anytime I drop a new video. Have you had an experience where you've been nice and you were neglected? Where your niceness was taken for stupidity? Where your niceness was grounded? Where your niceness felt like nothing? The person felt it was a right. Please, can you share in the comment section? We would like to know. We would like to rub minds together. So let's continue. And the third one is this is a parent that actually intervened. There was a particular issue with the family. The child, being a teens coach, the child had a little misunderstanding with the parents, and I was very much active and involved. And at the end of the day, we came to a line, a concluding line, and there was peace. That's just a summary of the whole thing. And guess what? There was nothing to show that, yeah, madam, you've tried, madam, you've done this. It all ended as if it was still their rights. When somebody is nice to you, it's not your right. The person is just being a human and trying to show humanity to you. So the least you can do is to say thank you. The least you can do is to use the word please. I'm not saying you should be forever coming every day to come and bow your head, not at all. But at the moment, thank you. Oh, you've been so nice to me. Thank you for say nice words. And that's where the point is coming in today. Learn to know the words you use. Learn, if you know you cannot be grateful for the niceness people show to you, don't ask for the kindness. After these three experiences, I learned something that I will not forget in a hurry. And these are the lessons I learned. The first one is set clear boundaries. In all your acts of kindness, you need to have clear boundaries on who you need to help. Yes, how you need to help the person, to what extent you want to extend that help. For example, the girl I gave 200 naira, I knew in my mind that even if she doesn't return that money, I'm very okay. I'm not bothered, right? I didn't even expect her to return the money. That's the truth. But she said that she expected it, that she came the next day and she expected. So she now woke up my, is it my eagerness to expect the money. When I didn't see it, I said, oh, just let it go. So, but I have a clear boundaries now on should I help this person, and that will lead me to another story. Somebody came again. People are not too kind. People take niceness for granted. So be careful. It's no, it's not a bad answer. I can tell people no in a polite way and walk away. You don't owe them your money. Somebody walked up to me, just met me a few days and got talking. And this person said he occupies a very big position in the civil service in Nigeria. And before you know it, he's putting it on me to pay his bills. And I'm like, I don't have what it takes at the moment. It's like common 500 naira, so you don't have, it won't cost you anything. In my mind, I'm like, oh my God, like it's not even your right. I don't know you from anywhere. And you like feeling as if it's common. Then I now, but the point is this, that's not, but the attitude towards the money. Or the truth is, at the moment I didn't have it. And it didn't even occur to me that I've had an experience that would have made me to say no. It did not occur to me. But when the guy left, he still went and did the job. Wherever he got the money, I didn't know. He just showed me the money. I had just his transport fare. He didn't have any money else to do whatever it is. I should just help him tomorrow. He will give me back. He didn't even, here and there and other things. People are not just so nice as you think. So don't allow your niceness to take it for granted. The best thing is to kindly say no and walk away. This guy went, made that photocopy, and came back and told me that he's made the copy. I didn't want to, because he's much older than me, I didn't want to ask a lot of questions. My mind was like, you have your apps where you can get money from. So why are you trying to put pressure on me? You don't know me from anywhere. You don't even know who I am and if I have what it takes. I just feel I just have it. And you're like, come on. See, that is trying to belittle what it is. If it's so easy, why don't you own it? Why don't you have it? Respect, respect. Yes, in all these stories I shared, I didn't see any respect. Respect comes in different forms and sizes. Say different forms and sizes, right? They come in different shades, right? As simple as thank you. I think it's a respect. So somebody having an act of